looks awesome looking. And this is what I talk to so many developers about when I review Steam games. I mean, when I review Steam games on Steam, this is what I'm looking for, what I'm doing right now. Put an actual effort into your game. You know, actually trying rather than just cobbling together a bunch of fucking assets that you buy in the Unity store or whatever. What you see too much of is people just cobbling together assets and not fucking trying. No. I want to see this right here. I want to see people actually putting not only their creativity into the game, but fucking giving a damn and trying. We're trying to just put something up on Steam just to say you did that, or try to make a buck or whatever. You're gonna charge people money for their hard-earned fucking earned money for your game. It should be something that you've actually put some effort into. Don't ask that you be the greatest coder in the world. Lord knows I am not the greatest coder in the world. There's so many times that I have to spend hours trying different things to get it to do what I want, but I have an idea of what I want the game to do, and I figure out a way to make it work. Sometimes I have to try it many different ways, which is effort. Sometimes I have to search on Google to try to find an answer to a question I have. Sometimes I have to search the resources, the help resources in GameMaker to find, you know, maybe a solution or a command that works better than what I'm trying to do. But where there's a will, there's a way. You get an idea in your head of how the game's going to work, how the game's going to behave, and then you make it happen. And you do it without fucking going and buying a bunch of assets and just smashing them together into a big mess. And you're going to be rewarded for your effort. Especially the more you do the more you work at it. So we look at this, we see that in just a couple of minutes, I made a nice shock effect here. I didn't have to buy an assets, to make this. I didn't have to. A nice shock effect from a Nerm the Worm game. So when you get a power up, you're going to see this on the screen. I think this looks really nice. We're going to put this as an object. We're going to put this on the screen. Guys, I made this in like less than 10 minutes. It sure as hell beats going and spending money on an asset store to buy something that's already in 100 other games. There is no other developer out there that's going to have this exact shock look in their game anywhere. It might be similar, but this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about effort. Be creative. Make your own game. Quit just going and buying assets and putting them on an empty map or putting on an asset map that you purchased and calling it done. You want to make a game, you want to sell a game on Steam for people's hard-earned money. You need to give a damn about your game. You also need to, make something that you enjoy playing. How you doing, Bricky Bear? Welcome. So, I was just talking about Bricky Bear, how I just put this, the shock effect is going to happen when your worm eats a green apple to increase the streak. I think this is going to look really nice. I made this effect in less than 10 minutes. And I'm just trying to tell anybody that might watch this stream that's an indie developer themselves, like, all it takes is effort and creativity. You gotta try, and if you're an indie developer, you've wanted to make a game and you've never made a game, all it really takes is you getting into some engine. I don't care what engine you use, whether it be GameMaker, GameMaker 2, Construct, Unity, Unreal 4, the Godot engine, whatever engine you want. Pick an engine and go with it, kind of like I've done. You see, all my games on Steam have been made with game engines. So it really doesn't matter what game engine you choose. Too many people are over-consumed about what game engine should I use. We'll look at a few YouTube videos that show the highlights of different engines, pick one, and then go with it, and learn that engine inside and out. And over time, as I've done, you'll see that you'll get better. You'll get better at coding. You'll get quicker at coding. You'll get better at making a game, a better game quicker the more you do it. And even with art, I am not an artist, but you can see that over time and over the applications that I've made on Steam already, I've gotten better and better and better at making art, at making effects like this, and putting them inside my game. So this is really all I'm trying to tell anybody that might want to do anything. It doesn't have to be even making games. If you wanted to learn to play the piano or play the guitar, or you've always wanted to learn how to paint like Bob Ross, or whatever it is that you've always wanted to do, you're not going to get better at doing whatever it is by procrastinating doing it, by holding off on doing it, or by being too scared to jump in and do it. Whatever it is that is your, you know, ambition that you want to do, something that you've always wanted to do, how are you ever going to get better at it or do what you want to do if you never even try? You know? So, this just goes out to all the indie developers that, you know, actually anybody, not just indie game developers. Like I say, this should go out to anybody. Anybody and everybody out there that's always wanted to do something but they were scared to. You know, maybe you're a guy and you've always wanted to fucking sew. Maybe you've always wanted to sew your own, you know, sweater. So you could put your name on the front of it and, you know, profess your love to your wife. Maybe you've always wanted to sew your own sweater, sew your wife a sweater that says, hey, somebody that loves me made this sweater. How cool would that be to give your wife something like that for Christmas instead of a fucking sweater you buy at, you know, Walmart? How much cooler would that be as a gift if you gave your wife something that you made with your own two hands? Whether it be woodworking, whether it be sewing a fucking sweater, whether it be whatever. Maybe if you're into coding and you're into games, how cool would it be to make that significant other a game specifically about them? You know? Shows their characteristics and their twerks and their little things. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, guys, whatever it is that you've always wanted to do, get in there and do it and quit being scared.
Okay.